Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something different. It is Tuesday at noon, around lunchtime. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call subcontractors live to get net 30 terms. And I'm going to show you how this really goes, okay? I want you to take notes. I want you to ask questions because this is going to be a really good live. And regardless if they say yes or if they say no, or I'll get back to you, watch the strategies that I use in order to implement how I get net 30 terms. And I thought about it. I'm like, should I record it and then edit it and do all these things? And no, we're not doing that. We're not recording and then editing. No, we're going live and we're going all in. Okay, so not gonna record, not gonna edit. We're just gonna get straight to it. All right. All of these calls, I will ask at first if I can record the conversation. That's very important to me to keep it confidential. And since I am not editing anything, if information is being given, I will just take it off speakerphone. But you will hear a lot of raw conversation and how I get subcontractors to collaborate with me and open up their payment plan to net 30 terms. Is every conversation going to be a yes? Absolutely not. But I'm hoping that you learned something. And if you know what net 30 is, and or you have questions, or you're familiar, or you just want to know more about net 30 terms, make sure you're commenting or reaching out to me in my email. And make sure as well you are checking out my 5-step government contracting list. It's in my description. It's 100% free. So make sure you're checking that out so you can utilize that to actually bid on contracts. 100% free, and it works. 5 steps, easy, straight to the point. Make sure you're utilizing it because I did that just for you. All right, so I'm going to show you something first because the calls that I'm making are for a Can-Am Defender. And I'm going to share my screen with you really quick and show you what a Can-Am Defender is. It's in the utility vehicle description. Share really quick. This is a Can-Am Defender. So this is what we're looking to get net 30 terms on. The government wants to purchase one. So we're going to call some subcontractors live, see if they can help us based off of the spec, and kind of go from there. All right, so let me bring it back here. We'll stop sharing. And then let me take a look. I want to take a look at something really quick. All right, Can-Am. Let's just make sure we're writing it down so we have the specs. The model is SSV Defender DPS CAB 65. And one thing that I really like about talking with subcontractors is I don't own Can-Am Defenders, but when I talk to subs, they always have a way of teaching you something new about a product or a service that you might not know. And I really enjoy talking to subcontractors for that reason. A subcontractor can give you so much information based on what you're currently trying to bid on. And I think that's my favorite part about talking to subcontractors because they have so much information. All right. So we're looking at the Can-Am Defender. Here's how we're going to start. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to search Can-Am Defenders in the area. But the specs call for 2025. So, and then let me take a look. So we need a wiring harness, track mount kit, a track kit, steel cable, a module, Defender front bumper, and CVT air intake, pre-filter kit, plus installation of above accessories. All right, we got a point of contact. These are all the specs that we have to have in place. So let's start with, we're going to Google Can-Am Defenders in the area. It's got to be 2025. It has to meet the specs. It didn't say based on a color. Usually it's either camo or black. That's something I would have to ask the contractor. All right. See, there's a price range. What I do first is look at the price range to tell me where I'm kind of standing at, because I need a quote from the subcontractor, and I also need to learn more about the utility vehicle. And utility vehicles like UTVs, ATVs, they fall under transportation. A lot of the times I'll bid on containers, trailers, ATVs, UTVs, fat trucks, things like that, because they fall in the transportation category. I believe a Can-Am is a UTV. I also forgot my mic too. Usually I'm mic'd up, but I left it at home. All right, let's take a look at this company right here. All right, we'll take a look at Bucks Motorsports Inc. All right, let's look at a phone number. I'm gonna make sure I write this down because I'm gonna go back at some point and talk to them again.
Motorsports. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Kindly note, we're closed on Sundays and Mondays. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. Otherwise, to help us direct you, please choose one of the following options. For sales, press 2.
Thanks for calling.
Hey, John, Deb Smith, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. I want to ask first if it's okay to record this call for training purposes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we're looking at a Can-Am Defender 2025. I'm wondering if you can help me see if it's in stock. We have a specific criteria we have to meet. I'm wondering if you can help me out.
Yeah, what Defender are you looking for? They make, the HD7, the HD9, the HD10.
So from what I have the model SSV Defender. Does that
Say
sound?
one more time?
The model is SSV.
You said SSB?
Stacy Victor.
I'm trying to see. I'm not sure what that really means. SSB.
Yeah.
I
So.
think it stands for side-by-side vehicle.
Oh, that's great information.
Yeah, all that stands for is a side-by-side vehicle, which all of them are referred to as a side-by-side vehicle. I was just confirming that's what that stood for.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they make those in a lot of different variations, so we're on the same page.
Okay.
They have an HD7, which is a single-cylinder 700 cc. Now these are all physically the same size, stature. Okay, they're all the same size. Then they have an HD9, which is 900 cc, and they have an HD10, which is 1,000. Now, some of these are real basic units, and some of them are XTs. XTs mean they come with a winch, bumper, and a roof. And then some are referred to as a limited, which then would be enclosed with glass, windshield wiper, power windows, and air conditioning and heat. What type of model are you looking for?
So the specs call for an HD9.
That's the 900 cc. So you got that. So they make different variations of those. They make a standard DPS model, which means they have power steering, but it won't come with a roof, a windshield, it won't come with a bumper, it don't come with doors. And then if you go to the next T, which is the next step up, it'll come with a winch, bumper, and a roof, which is what most people go with. Does this have to be enclosed?
From what I see, it does. So after DPS, there's a CAB. I'm guessing that means cab, so it has to be.
That's cab. Yep. So they make a Defender HD9 cab unit that comes in one available color, green. And they start at $23,500 before taxes and fees and things like that. But those are a cab unit with heat, but no AC. And they do have aluminum rims. They have power steering.
Okay.
They have windshield wiper and all that.
So $23,500 is your MSRP?
That's what the unit starts at, correct? And then there's going to be freight, dealers, something like that, freight, perhaps, taxes. Now, these units aren't registered in New York State, so you won't have to pay any type of registration on them.
Okay. Are these popular units? Are a lot of these being purchased?
We do sell a fair amount of those. Those are extremely popular because they're a cab unit with glass all the way around, with heat. And that's pretty reasonably priced. If you were to buy yourself, say, a regular Defender HD9, you're going to be about $18,500 before taxes and fees. Once you add doors to that, doors can go for about $4,500 or so just for 2 doors.
Okay.
So then you're exceeding or matching the price of an actual cab unit. So if people have to have a cab unit with heat, financially that makes the most sense. But I want you to proceed with caution because now it doesn't come with AC. So if they want AC, then you're going to be about the $30,000 price range. They make various models of those, which come with glass all the way around. They come with nicer colors. They come with red and blue and black, things like that.
Okay.
And they come with AC as well.
Okay, that's perfect. So, all right, John, can I ask you about financing options? Do you have any financing options like Net 30, or how does that work with your company?
Well, we have financing through, BRP usually offers promo financing and or rebate. It's usually either or if there's a rebate available. I have to check on that specific unit, but that would either go through Sheffield or something like that. That's who BRP usually works with, which is they're out of Canada.
Okay. So do you offer any?
Yeah, we offer financing. Yes, we offer that financing.
Have you ever heard of Net 30 terms? Is that something you would do for a municipality in the New York area?
I've never heard of that, to be honest with you. Net 30 terms. I don't know what that means to the bank.
So usually the municipality, the county will put out a purchase order, and what they'll do is, you will deliver and then get paid in 30 days. Usually there's a line of credit that has to be involved or an application fee, but I like to ask just to know if it's an option or not. So it's just a good question to ask ahead of time.
Yep, I would have to check with my boss. I'm not sure that we would deliver something unpaid. I'm not sure. I'd have to talk to him about that.
Okay.
So if I could, I'll get your information. I can check on the financing terms for you because that unit I don't have physically here at the moment. I'd have to order one.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide to go that route, I can check and see what the current promotions are on that unit, and then see if I would be able to do what you're referring to. I don't know if we can do that or not.
Okay.
Usually we have to have things paid for before they leave.
Okay. All right. So you check into that for me. I'll give you my email, and I'm also going to take yours as well. My email is ddlogistics@gmail.com. So it's Delta Echo Echo.
Yeah, would you say it one more time?
So it's Delta Echo Echo.
So Delta Echo Echo.
Delta Echo Echo.
Yep.
Logistics with an S, LOGISTICS @gmail.com.
All right, so I got Delta Echo Echo at logistics. Is it at logistics or just Delta Echo? So Delta Echo Echo logistics @gmail.com.
So it's DD twice. DEE logistics @gmail.com.
And I'll give you my email as well.
Okay.
And I'll have you email me as well, and then I can send it back.
Mm-hmm. You can go ahead. Mhm. Okay. All right, I got
What
it.
is your phone number?
716
Yep.
526
Okay.
5262. Can
All right, if you want to
can I have you
go ahead.
send me a formal quote as well to my email?
Yeah, that's not a problem. So 716-526-5262.
Yes, that's correct.
And what was your name?
My first name is Deborah, and I'm going to give you the shipping information too. There's a zip code I'm going to give you. This is for you to put the freight quote in. 14069.
So you're asking if they. So what company do you work for? What is this for?
So this is for the Parks and Recreations, and I'm with DD Logistics LLC. I am the coordinator logistically for the project.
And where are you guys located?
Buffalo, New York. Go Bills.
You're in Buffalo. Okay. Now see that's code that 14069.
I'm from Josh Allentown.
There you go. Yeah, that'll be here before you know it too. You know.
Yeah, I know, it's coming quick.
Yeah, let me quote this for you real quick, and just let me see if again, real slow. What was the name of that company again?
DD Logistics. It's the same as my email.
Oh,
Yep.
DD Logistics.
Yep, LLC.
Right, and you said your email again was just ddlogistics@gmail.com.
Perfect. Yep, that's it.
All right, yeah, I'll work on that now for you.
Okay.
Let me talk to him about how that would work. I'll get you a quote. So you're going to get. So I have this, completely understand it. You're going to get multiple quotes.
Okay.
You're getting multiple. No, I'm asking you. You're going to get multiple quotes from everybody, correct? And you're going to just pick the cheapest one as to how it works.
Yeah, not just the cheapest, but to be honest, too, the value. It's not just about the cheapest for me. It's about the value someone can provide. Do you have the reviews, or can you collaborate? Are you helpful? There's a lot of things that are involved. It's not just price.
Okay. But are we quoting the same unit? Or is everyone quoting the same exact unit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, did you have any more specific questions about that? Because it sounds like you want something capped. And that would be, that unit there is, like I said, it comes with the doors already with the heat in it. There's no AC. But those are the least expensive models with heat.
Yeah, so everything that I mentioned that we went over were based on the specs. And if I have any additional questions, I will email you, which is why I'm glad I was able to grab your email. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'll work on this quote right now for you. I'll quote you that HD9 cab unit. And then if there's anything that you needed, any more questions, just, respond to that email and I'll give you a call back if I get a chance, okay?
All right, John. Thanks for everything. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Talk soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you see? So before I even did the call, what I did was I asked if it was okay for him to be recorded. And, confidentiality and professionalism is really big when you're talking to subcontractors. You do not want to be a mess. You do not want to be rude. You want to be cool, calm, and collective, but professional. And asking him if I can record the call was one of the biggest things that I was focused on. But if you notice, in that conversation, what happened was he gave me more information about a Can-Am Defender than I could ever imagine. I have an inkling of what a UTV is? Absolutely. But subcontractors are so good at giving you the information that you need to utilize to move forward. Right away, he's like, what kind of Can-Am Defender is it? What kind of model you're looking for? These are all specs that I have to follow. Then he mentions cab, then he mentions what's the name of your company. So many different amounts of information that he gave me that helped me to move further. So now you want to get 3 to 5 quotes. Okay. And he mentioned he's never heard in net 30 terms. That doesn't mean that they can't come back and say, hey, I've had people, subcontractors say, listen, I talked to my boss. He's familiar with net 30. We're going to move forward with that because it's for a municipality. And so we're going to give it to you. So when I hear from him again, There will be a follow-up conversation. He's also going to email me a quote, which is fantastic. And he was very open, and so was I. He's like, "Are you going to look for other quotes?" Absolutely. I'm going to look for at least, 7 to 10 quotes, just because it's a Can-Am Defender. He did say that they were popular, so I'm going to look for as many quotes as I can, minimize them down, break them down, see which is the cheapest one, who can provide the best value, who has the best reviews, um, and then we're going to kind of just go from there. So that conversation was very informative, very helpful, um, and we're going to call a couple more. All right. So, all right, first. All right, so he was our first quote, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear from him again, which is a good thing, but I love all the information that he gave. And I also gave him the zip code because when he sends me a quote, he's going to have to add the shipping fee, and he can't do that if he does not know the shipping code to where the unit is going. So I wouldn't say that was a no. I would say that that was a, I'll let you know. How about that? So we got one, I will let you know. All right, let's look at, and he wasn't too far out either. I think he was about 30 miles out. That's not too far. You want to find a subcontractor who's close to the um, municipality or the county or the state that is looking for the product, because that way you can get the cheapest freight option. You don't want to, sometimes in a situation like one time I had containers and I had to get them from Texas because they were modified, but they were being shipped to Florida, and the freight was very expensive, but that's the only place that I can get the containers from. So I had to take that option. If I would have found somewhere that was closer, the freight would have been much cheaper. So you want to kind of stay in state or in the area, at least if it's local, at least 30 to 50 miles out. If it's state, it can be anywhere in the state. And the contracting officer will ask you too, hey, is this in the state? Or, where is this located? They kind of like to keep the funds, mixing in the same state or same county. But if you're looking for a subcontractor on a project that's for Florida, 9 times out of 10, you want to try your best to get a subcontractor who is closest to Florida or in Florida. All right, we're going to do another one. So round two, here we go. All right, first of all, we need to look at how much charge we got, because we're going to have to charge up. All right, let's see. What was that? That was. Sheridan Park Drive. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Oh, he also. What did he actually taught me something on that one, which is what I love. So he taught me that SSV means side by side vehicle. So SSV is side by side vehicle. And the sub actually taught me that. So that's why I love talking to them, because they are so helpful. If you guys have any questions, you let me know, but we're calling subcontractors live. All right, let's give this one a call.
This call will be recorded for quality assurance. Thank you for calling Dave Warren Motors, Power Sports, and Auto Center. Your call may be recorded for training purposes. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now or press the star key for our company directory. For sales, press 1. For service,
you always want to talk to sales. Sales is how you're going to get your quotes.
Thanks for calling Dave Warren Motors. This is Scott. Can I help you?
Hi, Scott. Deborah Smith. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I would like to ask really quick if I can record this call for training purposes.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I'm looking for a Can-Am Defender 2025 HD9. I'm wondering if you can help me out.
Well, we don't sell new Can-Ams. We're a Segway dealer for side-by-sides.
Mm-hmm.
But we do not sell Can-Am brand new.
Okay. Do you have anybody you can refer in the area who can maybe help me out?
I think Harley Davidson of Jamestown's the local dealer.
Okay. Jamestown. All right, local dealer. Okay. All right, Scott. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank
All
you.
right. You bye.
Bye.
Okay, so they don't sell Can-Ams, they only sell side-by-side, so that wasn't technically a no, he just doesn't meet the specs. So he gave us a referral, which is good. Let's look up. He said Jamestown. Faulkner? All right, let's look up that. All right, so round 3, here we go.
Thank you for calling Faulkner Power Sports Incorporated, home of Harley Davidson of Jamestown and Can-Am Sea-Doo of Jamestown. If you know your party's extension number, you can dial it at any time.
Like I said, you always want to talk to sales.
Press 1 for sales, press 2 for parts, press 3 for service.
I gotta be honest, this coffee is so good. I haven't really been drinking coffee, but this is fantastic. I'm not gonna get another one, but I want to so bad. I've been drinking Celsius and tons of water, so I miss coffee so much.
About all things Harley Davidson, conveniently located in Falconer at exit 13.
I hope you're taking something from this. Please take notes. Please comment.
Rich, I can't come on my phone. Leave a message and I'll call you back.
Hey, Rich, Deb Smith. Just wanted to touch base about a vehicle that you have in stock, a UTV Can-Am Defender 2025. Give me a call back at 716-526-5262. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you. Bye. All right. Sometimes you're going to have to make a lot of calls. You're going to have to dial for dollars so that we can get as many quotes. So far, out of 3 calls, we only have 1 quote. So we're just going to keep going in and keep going in and keep going in and keep going in because I don't want to stop until we get an approval for net 30. All right. So we're just going to keep going. You know what? And I'm going to look here too. So let's take a look at this too. All right. So this is what we're looking at. We're looking at the Can-Am Defender. And from here, this is how. So now that we know we need an HD9, we have more information. Let's see. In the New York area. All right, so let's look at all. And I'm just utilizing Google. You can utilize whatever you need to. So the Can-Am Defender H9 is available in the New York area, which is good. Now let's see. All right, Pioneer Motorsports. I love it. ATV Trader, Cross Bay Motorsports. They're in Bayshore, New York. That's kind of far out. That's New York. city. So let's look for something a little bit. New York Mills, XTHD9, Dansville, New York. Maddie'sNewYork.com. They actually sound familiar. Let's see. Oh, it popped right up. Okay. All right. All right. So this one has to have a cab. So let's give them a call and see. Full exterior protection, 4,500 factory installed. I wish I would have brought my microphone because the noise behind me is kind of loud. So you're gonna, have to forgive me. I'm in a public place. Okay. Oh yeah. So the Can-Am Defender is a UTV. I was wondering if it was an ATV or a UTV. This one is in dusty navy. So the specs that it meets, it doesn't say anything about color. But there is a rebate, so we can get this $1,500 off. All right, let's give them a call. I don't know. Maddie's Motorsport sounds familiar. I think I spoke with them before. All right, do we have a number? Contact us. Oh, yeah. 335, 7100. Okay. All right. Deb Smith.
Hello.
All right, so what's her number? 585-335-7100. All right, round 4. So we want 3 quotes, or we want somebody to say yes to net 30.
Power sports dealer. If you know your party's extension, you may enter that at any time. For our sales team, press 1. For parts, press 2. For service.
Hello, Caleb Woodward, Maddie's Motorsports.
Hi, Deb Smith. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Is it okay to record this call for training purposes?
I suppose.
Okay. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
My name is Caleb.
Caleb. How are you today?
Well, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm wondering if you can help me take a look at a Can-Am Defender 2025 HD9.
Yeah, I can help you with that.
Okay. Do you have one in stock, or can you tell me a little bit about the Can-Am Defender?
The Can-Am Defender is BRP's utility side-by-side, and we do have them in stock.
Okay.
They have the models that we have. We have the base HD9, and then we also have the HD9 XT, which comes with a winch and a roof.
Okay. All right. Is it a popular model? This model that I'm looking at, the HD9?
They're relatively popular.
Okay.
It's all depending on use case and what most folks are trying to do with the machine. Can I ask who you're with?
Yeah, I'm with DD Logistics LLC. So we're looking for a Can-Am Defender for the parks and recreations.
I got you. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean the HD9 is not a bad machine. It's got pretty good power. It's not as powerful as the HD10, but it's definitely still good. Depending on what you're trying to do, the HD10 is more. Honestly, between the HD9 and the HD10, I feel like only enthusiasts are really going to notice the difference. It's only about a 15 horsepower difference.
Okay.
Um,
All right, difference. I'm just trying to take some notes here. So is it available in more than one color?
yes.
Okay, what colors do you have in stock?
In stock? Let me check.
Okay.
I know we have them. I just don't know the colors off the top of my head. So I have blue, black. Oh, hold on. So I have blue. I do have black. Blue and black are my only options.
Okay, so 2 colors.
I do also have a quad cabin. That would be something that you would be interested in.
Okay, which one falls into the category of some additional accessories like the track mount kit, the winch with 4500 steel cable? Is there a specific model that falls into that category?
So I don't know about you said, what was the first thing you said? The track mount kit?
Track mount kit, and then there's a track kit Can-Am winch with 4500 steel cable. Is that something that sounds familiar?
So the HD9 XT, like I said, comes with the winch and the roof. The winch, I'm looking right now. So I believe that winch is a 4,500 pound winch. I'm trying to double check that and make sure it's not a 3,500 pound winch because I don't want to lie to you.
Okay.
Yep, winch is 4,500 pounds.
Okay. All right, let's look at this as well. So, what are your financing options if we wanted to purchase 1 unit? Do we have any financing options?
Obviously, we have multiple banks that we go through. Let me.
Okay. Do you offer net 30 terms?
I'm sorry?
Do you offer net 30 terms for municipalities?
Ma'am, that's a question that I've never heard before, so I honestly don't know what you mean when you ask that. I apologize.
That's okay. When you're working with the counties and the municipalities, what they do is they put out a purchase order. Usually it goes through a line of credit, and you will have to deliver and then get paid by net 30 terms, which means you get paid 30 days later. We're able to build some credit with your company. Yeah.
I could ask my manager about that. I haven't heard of us doing that before, but
Okay.
I'm sure with special circumstances, we might be able to.
Okay. All right. So it's not a no, but a maybe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can I take your email? And matter of fact, can I give you mine and get a quote on the one that you have in stock? We're going to go with the black one.
Okay. Yeah, I can get you the quote.
Okay. I will give you my email whenever you're ready.
All right. Go ahead.
So it's going to be ddlogistics@gmail.com. It's going to be Delta Echo Echo.
Oh, you said DE. You said DE.
Yeah.
You said DD.
Yep. Dave, like David Echo Echo. David Echo Echo.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. Logistics with an S at the end @gmail.com.
With an S at Gmail. I will send you a quote, and I will find out what was the term that you used.
Net 30.
For net 30. Yeah. I will find out about that.
Okay, that just helps us build a line of credit with your company, and we'll make a one-time purchase, but in the future, if it all goes well, we can purchase multiple units at one time.
Understood.
Yeah.
And you said your company was what? One more time.
It's the same as my email. So DD Logistics. Yep.
Okay.
LLC.
Got it.
Yep. And then.
Thank you, ma'am. I will. I'll build that quote. It won't have an address or anything like that, obviously, and for the name, I'll just put the logistics.
Okay.
And I'll email it over to you. I'll just put HD9 quote in the subject.
Okay, and then I'll give you the shipping zip code too. It's 14069. That way we can get a freight charge too.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Hey, you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so not a no, but a maybe. And that's closer than we've been getting. So, once again, subcontractor gives phenomenal information, tells me that they have it in stock, it is popular, but pay attention to the questions that I'm asking and the conversations that we're having. One, they're professional. Two, they're informative. I'm asking a lot of good questions. The subcontractor is giving a lot of good answers. This is how you want to talk to your subcontractors, with respect and kindness. And, a lot of these guys, sometimes they don't seem as happy to help. At first, he didn't sound like he was really with it. And then he kind of opened up and blossomed because I did. You just have to be yourself. And if you have any kind of sales skills, you know that being yourself is the most important out of anything you're doing in any industry. If you can be yourself, people will attract to you, they will help you, and you will stand out. So please take notes. But what he did let me know is, if you notice, a lot of companies do not know what net 30 is. All right. So by not knowing what net 30 is, I have the opportunity to educate them, because this is someone that you're talking to on the sales team. But like he said, I've never heard that term before, but I need to talk to my manager. And there is nothing wrong with that, because his manager or the owner may have heard of net 30 before. So it is not uncommon for the owner to say, yeah, we've heard of net 30. And if she's working with the government or municipalities, once they put the PO through, we know for a fact that it's all going to work out, because the government pays 90% on time, sometimes 10% there's issues that are involved. But when you're working with certain companies under a net 30 or subcontracting, they know that the government pays on time. Some of them are into government contracting themselves, but I don't ask that. I've had companies reject me and say, hey, we're bidding on this project as well. If it's something similar, this one is not very similar. It's just a one-time buy, Can-Am Defender. That's very different than, asking for 16 with very specific specs. Somebody might catch on to that and say, hey, that sounds familiar. We're bidding on that project as well. So you want to be open. Um, and if they say, hey, we're bidding on, I've had a guy, I remember one time I was telling you guys about the Yosemite Valley. He basically told me, he was like, we're bidding on this contract as well. We have history with Yosemite Valley. We've won contracts before, blah, blah, blah. And he just was going on and on and on. And I'm like, listen, I wish you the best of luck on this contract, but what you're telling me is not going to stop me from bidding. Then when the award was put out, he did not win the bid. So he had a lot of favor, and I did not win the bid either, but he had a lot of favor because he had history, but they still did not choose him. So don't let these subcontractors scare you out of bidding. Okay? Whatever you're thinking, think bigger. That's my motto. Whatever you are thinking, think bigger. 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 50 times bigger. Do not let these subcontractors talk you out of putting in a bid. If you're bidding, guess what? We are too. We're going to bid, and may the best woman win. That's how you have to see it. It's business. It is not personal. Everybody has to put food on the family for their food on the table for their family. And that's just how it goes. Don't let a subcontractor say, hey, oh, we're bidding on this project too, and then scare you off. No, you have to be tenacious and determined and be able to move forward. I am a heavy hitter. The reason why I am is because logistics, trucking, I've dealt with tough guys. I've dealt with tough shippers, tough truckers. I was raised in a tough way. I really was. And for me to be able to sit here and explain that to you, I've took a lot of hits, but I never stayed down. And when I did stay down, it wasn't for long. It wasn't for long. I took hit after hit after hit in logistics, and I still kept pushing and I still kept going. So you got to have some determination, tenacious grit to be able to say, okay, I got knocked down, but why did that happen? How did that happen? How can I get better? That's something that you have to pay attention to. I'm actually going to grab my charger really quick because we got to get charged up here, and we still didn't get a yes. So we got to keep going. Y'all give me 1 second. We got to get this charger going. All right. Another thing too, if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay. Hashtag replay. All right. And then we're going to make some more calls. I got to put these braids up. All right, we got some charge. No, we need that. We don't need the laptop dying. We don't need that. Okay, I'm going to put my sunglasses back on. All right, so we're 3 calls in. We have 2 I will let you knows. And I had a guy who I left a voicemail. I was waiting for him to return my call. I haven't heard from him, but that's okay. All right. Because I mean business, I'm going to wear them at the tip of my nose. All right. That's why they at the tip of my nose. I'm so happy I get to do this with y'all because this is live. This is open. And you get to really see how to maneuver with net 30 terms. So, you know, I love you all. Whatever you're thinking, think bigger, honey. All right, let's do a little bit more research. All right, ATV companies, or UTV, sorry. New York area. UTV suppliers in my area. All right, we did name one. This one is in Utica, New York. All right. And every time I make a call, I learn something new about. This unit. Are we crooked? I mean, what is going on here? Fix it. Fix it. Okay. All right. I don't know what was going on there. Oh, it's killing me not to get another coffee, but I can't. Oh my goodness, I haven't had coffee in so long, and it is so good. Wow. Nothing. So I guess I'm just gonna sip this water then. All right, let's look at these guys. I'm actually gonna take their number down because I want to make sure. I have a CRM that I utilize because there's no way for me to remember all of these conversations. So what a CRM does is it helps you stay organized, helps you move forward in the process of, hey, when's the last time I talked to John? What did we talk about? So I take notes and then I put them in my system. And when I go back to bids, like if I win this UTV bid that I'm reaching out to all the contractors for, subcontractors, I have a way to go back and look at recorded conversations. What do we talk about? Take notes, remember emails. All I have to do is open up the file for the, I don't know, I'll call it UTV Can-Am Defender, and then go from there. So all of this I'm tracking, and you should be too. Whether, you know, I started on paper, then I ended up getting a CRM called HubSpot, and it's very helpful, very easy. You can save all your documents, and it's pretty cool. Oh, wait a minute. You like and subscribe for more information like this. because this is fantastic. All right, so let's call this company. My glass is crooked. My nose, because I mean. Oh. Hi, this is Deb Smith. How are you?
I'm sorry, who is it?
This is Deb Smith. How you doing?
Oh, good, how are you?
Good. Can I please speak with someone in sales?
I can probably, or at least try to help you.
Okay. Are you okay with this call being recorded for training purposes?
Not really.
Okay. You're not authorizing the recording?
No, I don't want to be recorded. What's this regards to?
We were just looking for a UTV Can-Am Defender 2025, but I wanted to record the call for some training purposes. So I'll have to take you off the spectrum and then give you a call back.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks.
it might help you even more because I'm not a Can-Am dealer.
Okay, all righty, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so he didn't want to consent to being recorded, which is totally fine. I'm not going to record someone who doesn't want to be recorded because right now we are live and I'm not going to disrespect anyone's, I'm not going to disrespect anybody's wishes. If he doesn't want to be recorded, that's okay. That's why I asked that first. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Can-Am UTV in front so we don't run into that again. And sometimes you have to do like a little bit of research, and that's okay. There's like nothing wrong with that. Why are my glasses crooked? All right, there we go. All right, these guys have Can-Ams. Queensbury, New York. Yep, so on their website, they have some Can-Am Defenders. They have new inventory, used inventory, promotions. Let me take a look at this. This is for oh yeah, this is 2025, so this is new. We're going to have to look at a new one. So let me see. And I love me a subcontractor that is helpful. I really do. Not everybody is so helpful, but oh my goodness, my pen is running out. Wow. All right, do I have an extra pen? Oh, running out here. I think I only have highlighters. Wow, I always have pens. I don't even have a pen. Deborah, you are unprepared to class. Oh, I really don't have a pen. Oh, I definitely can't go to my car right now, but let's see. Oh, I even had 2 highlighters that I lost. Let me see if I can get me a new pen because we need a. Oh no, there we go. We're good. They're in Queensbury, New York. All right. I don't know. What is this? Round 5, round 6? Who cares? Let's just take action and get it done. 792-4655. All right. If you have somebody who's in the government contracting space and they're worried about calling subcontractors or want to know how, share this video with them, bring them to the channel, and have them look at all the calls that I'm making, what I'm doing, what I'm saying, and they will be educated and inspired, just like I hope you are. If you're watching via replay, hashtag replay.
Thank you for calling DAX Power Sports. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now. For the parts department, press 1. For service, press 2. For sales, press 3. For the office, press 0. All others, please hold for...
Hi, Deb Smith. How are you?
How are you?
Good. Are you okay with this call being recorded for training purposes?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. We were looking for a Can-Am Defender 2025. I'm wondering if you can help me out, if it's in stock, or you can tell me more things about the unit.
Sure, let me put you through to our sales.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. One moment.
I had to stand up. My hamstrings and my glutes hurt so bad from the previous workout. I am tired. I think it's time for a new pair of glasses. How come nobody ever told me my glasses were crooked? Why? Oh. Hi, Deb Smith. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I am looking for a new Can-Am Defender HD9 2025. I'm wondering if you can help me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Do you have one in stock?
Are you looking for the limited, Defender Limited?
I'm looking for the one that has a cab.
Okay, so give me the Defender. Are you looking for the base Defender that has just the heat? Are you looking for heat and AC?
Actually, that's a really good question. So I have some specs here. So it has to be SSV, side-by-side vehicle, which I just learned, HD9, and then the cab is HD93. Doesn't say anything about air conditioning or heat, but there is some additional accessories like the winch wiring harness. So let me ask you this: the HD9 cab, does it come with AC or heat?
So the one I have in stock is the Defender DTS Cab HD9.
Yeah, that's the exact one that we're looking for.
Okay.
Okay.
So that one has just heat in it, not AC.
Okay, that's the one. That's what the spec is calling for. Um, and if that is the standard for that unit, then it's okay to have just heat.
Okay.
Okay. Is this a popular one? Are a lot of people purchasing the HD9?
We did have 3 in stock. We're down to our last one now. That one is definitely one of our popular ones.
Okay. If I grab a quote for this unit, how long will the quote last for?
So I can hold the unit for 24 hours without a deposit.
Uh-huh.
And then if it's something you guys want to move forward with, then you could put a deposit on the unit and it can be fully refundable if something were to happen, and then the quote is good. Typically, we don't want it to sit here for a long time, but we understand circumstances too. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't really have a time frame.
Okay. Do you have any financing options that we can take a look at, like, net 30 or financing terms? How does all of that work?
So what they're offering since it's a 2025, there's no rebates on it right now. So financing is 3.99 for 36 months, 5.99 for 60, or 6.99 for 72.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the term net 30 for municipalities?
I'm not.
Okay. Usually what happens is the county will put out this is a project for the county. We're going to use it for parks and recreation. So we put out a purchase order for net 30 terms. So what happens is it's delivered and then it's not paid until 30 days later. Usually we get like a credit application or a line of credit through the company to kind of help build or collaborate so that we can purchase further down the line, just kind of like build a line of credit.
Okay.
Is that something you guys would be open to?
Let me ask. I'm sure somebody else has done it. So let me put you on a quick hold. Hang on 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like you just educate and inspire. She didn't know what net 30 was, but maybe somebody else might, so she put me on hold. You got to ask the right questions. Be bold, be fierce. If you get them on the line, ask every question that you have to. They have the exact unit that we're looking for, too. And right now, so far, we have 2 quotes. One from Maddie and one from John. So we're looking for 3 to 5. I'm also going to ask her what the MSRP is on it. So MSRP means manufacturer's suggested retail price. If you have questions, please comment in the chat, and I will be.
That I need to speak to is currently on the phone. Do you have an email or a phone number I could reach you back at?
Sure. My email is ddlogistics@gmail.com. So it's D like David, E like Echo, E like Echo. So it'll be DD twice. Logistics with an S, LOGISTICS @gmail.com. Area code is 716-526-5262.
So I can work up a quote and send that over to you, as well as get the information on the net 30. Would that be a fit? Are you tax exempt?
Yes. Yeah. I'm also wondering if you can give me the MSRP really quick.
Yeah, $23,499.
Okay. 99. And can I give you the shipping address for freight?
Yeah.
Okay. It's 14069.
Are you looking to add any accessories onto that? And you use that Dave pin?
That's actually a really good question. There are some accessories that we're looking at now. With the HD9, I'm not sure if these accessories meet this unit. So it has to have, and I'm going to send you an email too, a Defender winch wiring harness kit. Does that sound familiar? And tell me if I'm pronouncing this right. I'm not sure. APACHE Apache track mount kit.
Okay, so you're looking for a track mount kit, yeah.
Yep. And then the XCLT track kit Can-Am winch with 4500 steel cable.
Okay.
Track DPS module. Defender front bumper and CVT air intake pre-filter kit. And then I just need the installation and labor for all the accessories.
I'm going to send you an email. If you could just confirm everything that you just sent to me in that email.
Yes.
And then I'll get that quote and I'll get the net 30, everything like that. And there is no freight charge, shipping charge at least. So the price would be $23,499 before tax, and all your accessories. And we need to deliver it to you, or you guys would pick it up.
We're gonna need delivery.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where is that going?
Zip code 14069, Glenwood, New York. Is there a reason why there's no shipping charge, or is that something that's included in the quote?
So MSRP and then freight is $12.95. We're just not charging freight on it, so our gas price is $24.99.
Wow, that's a great deal. Okay. How long are you thinking from shipping to Glenwood, New York, to where you are?
I would have to talk to John. John's typically the one that delivers. So I'd have to see where he's at, and then I'll go from there. So I'll talk to him. He's on lunch right now. So once I get all my ducks in a row, I will send you that quote over to you and see if he's got a charge delivered to Glenwood. But
Okay. Well, you have been most helpful. When you send me the email, I will get you any questions that you have. I'll also confirm the description, specs, things like that. And then we can kind of just move forward from there. How's that sound?
that sounds great.
Okay. What was your name again?
My name was Haley.
Haley. I'm Deborah. Nice to meet you. Thanks for all your help.
Absolutely. Have a great day,
You
Deborah.
too. Thanks, Haley. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move forward with, I like Haley. She had the specs that were in place, everything that I needed. And one thing that is really good about them is they were not charging freight. So the fact that they weren't charging freight might be a way for me to utilize that as a profit margin. Um, the fact that they weren't doing freight was something that most people don't. It was kind of more like a bonus offering, because a lot of people charge freight. $12.95 is just an additional $1,295 on shipping, is something that will go towards the quote to the county. And so basically, that's more like a bonus if you think about it, because not charging freight is really awesome. That's kind of probably like some special promotion that they have, which I really like. So she's definitely somebody that I'm going to keep in contact with. Come on, pen. Don't fail me now. I got to go get me a new pen, and I'm going to also, um, let me see if I can get me another pen. I can't believe I don't have one. Wow, I really don't have a pen. Oh, I just discovered a pocket in my laptop bag I didn't know I had. Okay. Even though I have a CRM, I still use pens like they're going out of style. So I was able to get someone to let me borrow a pen, which is good. All right, so I'm going to close this. But first, I want to make sure. That was the last one that they had in stock, too. My girlfriend always asks me, she's like, why do you always write all over everything? You have napkins, paper, like a glove box full of like notes. You have notebooks everywhere. I'm like, girl, the minute I think about it in my mind, I got to get it on paper. Even if it goes in the glove box or even, and then I have a notepad in my phone. It's like a keep notes. It is filled with like those little boxes of each like, girl, I got a lot on my mind, and if I don't get it out and I don't journal or write it down, like then that's creativity gone to waste. So I have to get it on paper. Um, Hi. All right, I want to make sure. Oh, they were from. All right. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going, keep doing it. I'm actually gonna run to the bathroom, and I will be right back. Unfortunately, I'm live, so I can't pause it. I don't think I have the option to pause. So we got mute. Let me see if I can learn something new here. Oh wait, not gonna cancel. Thank you all for being here as well. I'm just trying to see if I can actually pause. If anyone knows how to pause a YouTube, teach me. Okay, so I can't pause, but I am going to step away for 1 second up here. The good thing about me recording is if anybody try to steal my laptop, I got them on video. Okay, let me stop playing. All right. All right, so we're going to do it again. We're going to make some more calls. Make sure I get this man on my video. All right, let's talk to some more subcontractors because we need lots of. Who shot us an email with some follow up? Oh wow, the class today was canceled. Wow, these classes been getting canceled a lot. All All right, let me just update my calendar really quick because that's very important to me. Y'all got to see all these little dust things that are flying around in New York. Oh my goodness, it is literally allergy season. Let me just update it here. All right, we're going to check that off. You know we're checking off the gym, baby. Nope, that was canceled. I had a really successful day, and I'm super proud. All right, perfect. Okay, so we're calling subcontractors to give us net 30. The minute one of my previous calls emails me and says, hey, Deb, we're going to go forward and we're going to do the net 30 terms. Here's how this is going to work. Um, you know, I'm going to update you and I'm going to let you know. Okay. If you're learning anything from this, please let me know. I want to know what you learned, what questions you have. Like and subscribe the video to the live so that other people can get out here and they can see that this is not as scary as you think. It is not as scary as you think, okay? Moving forward, you can call subcontractors, you can get pricing. It is not as scary as you think, okay? You can do anything and whatever you are thinking. Hey, how are you?
Talk to yourself?
No, I'm on live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's nice to see you. Whatever you are thinking, think bigger. This is a local coffee shop. They love me here, and I love them. They're so easygoing. Like I can actually come here, work, and like be myself. If I can't be myself somewhere, I don't want to be there. All right, so okay, let's look at another sub that we can look at here because I want to keep going with this. This is great footage. Very happy that you're here. Very happy that you stopped by to learn something and that you continue to support. Subscribe. Check out in my description the 5-step government contracting checklist that I made for you guys. It's 100% free. 100% free, so take advantage of it. Open my description, scroll down to links, and you will see it. It is a Canva link. All right, let's. I'm looking up actual Can-Am dealers so that we don't run into the situation where we hear we don't have Can-Ams in stock. So let's check. It's a beautiful day in Buffalo, New York, too. All right, I had to switch my note page. Okay, let's start here. Now that we actually have a pen that works. Oh, sales and service. All right, so we're going to contact them. Oh, they want me to contact this way. I don't like when they make you fill out a form and there's no way for you to contact. They don't have they do have a phone number. Okay, 315-834-6500. And what you're seeing is like a live footage of me calling subcontractors to get net 30 terms. Okay, and I do this very often. This is something that I put in a lot of reps on. To me, it's kind of like cold calling as a freight broker. I put a lot of reps in with cold calling with being a freight broker. So this to me comes easy. And one thing I really love about business is connecting, collaborating, and building relationships. Those are the 3 things that I am really good at. That's where I thrive. And you never know who you're going to meet who is going to change your life or who you can collaborate with that can really turn it all around for you. And it goes both ways. Like abundance and prosperity is something that needs to be on your mind at all times because you never know when you could really meet your person. That's in relationships, that's in business, that's in so many different aspects, okay? You always have to think about that. But relationship building for me is my most exciting adventure when it comes to business. I have met so many good people being a broker, who have been helpful, like master classes, teaching me things. And then subcontractors, they teach you a lot. And I love that. All right, let's call. All right, let's give them a call. And I've already learned so much about this Can-Am Defender that now I have more information I can go off of and talk about.
Thank you for calling Vivid Sales. Our normal store hours are Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
All right, this is
and
call number
Saturdays,
6.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We are closed on Mondays. For sales, press 1. For service, press 2. For parts, press 3.
Good afternoon, Vivid. Wayne speaking.
Hi, Deb Smith. How are you?
Great.
Are you okay if we record this call for training purposes?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Wayne.
Wayne. Deb Smith. I'm wondering if you can help me look at a Can-Am Defender 2025 HD9.
Okay, so you're looking for sales, which this is the parts line. So
Oh,
I can have one of the sales guys give you a call as soon as they get free. There's only one today. The other one's on vacation. And he's got somebody at his desk right now and another gentleman waiting. So that'll be a little bit, but he'll call you back as soon as he gets free.
okay. What was his name?
Greg is his name.
Okay. All right. Did my direct line pop up?
What's that?
My direct line, did it pop up?
No.
Oh, okay.
The line comes. Yep.
716
Yep.
526
526. Yep.
5262.
Give him probably a half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. He's got a gentleman waiting for him. There's another gentleman over there right now. Okay, Deb?
All right.
526 5262.
That's correct. Thanks, Wayne.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye. All right, so we'll wait for Greg to call us back. We're just going to keep pushing, determination. All right, let's see. That was, all right, so Greg will call me back. That's a good thing. Oh, wow, they have a $3,000 rebate at this company. That's fantastic. I'm going to ask about that. That's money that you can put back in your pocket or in your business. And then there's a dealer discount, which I'm going to ask about that as well. $500, which they'll probably mention it, but I'm still going to ask. All right, do we got a phone number? Contact? Oh, we do. Nice. Sometimes subcontractors will not give you a phone number, but what they'll do is they'll put out a, like when you visit a website, you have to go, what is it called? It's like filling out a page. It's like a form, and you put all your contact details, then they reach back out to you. I don't like when there's not a phone number because I like to talk. Y'all know I like to talk, but I like to be able to talk to somebody. That's how you get the most information. Sometimes when you fill out a form on a website, you have to wait around for people to reach out to you, and I don't like that. Like sometimes I'll fill out a form and I won't hear from somebody for like 4 days. Like, no, I'm about that action. I need a quote right now. I don't want to wait 4 days. And I always tell my daughter, I'm like, listen, if something is hard and you're scared, you need to do it fast. Like, if you are fearful, do it quick. Do it quick. Just get it out of the way. Because if you sit around and you linger about it, you're going to try to, give nothing but excuses and look at all of the reasons why it's not going to work out for you. So if you're scared of something and it's fearful, that's a good thing, but you need to do it fast. Hi, Deb Smith. How are you? Good. Can I please speak with someone in sales? Okay, thank you. Um, sure. I was looking at, well, first I wanted to ask if it's okay to record this call for training purposes. I was looking at a Can-Am Defender 2025. I'm wondering if it's in stock and if you can help me get a quote.
I can certainly give you a breakdown as far as physically getting you, emailing you over what I have to have written back and forth. But I can give you a breakdown if it's something we haven't stopped yet.
Okay, I'm looking at the HD9. Color really doesn't matter, but if you can let me know what color is in stock, that would be helpful.
Okay. Are you looking for a power steering model, or are you looking for an XT or a 9 HD9 cab model?
Cab model.
Okay. So I do not. I can tell you that I do not have. Um, I just sold the two HD9 cabs that I have. They both left this week. Um, they are $22,999 was the price of them.
Hmm.
But I do not have any more as of right now.
Okay, do you know when any more are coming into stock?
I don't have any more of the HD9 cabs coming in as far as the 25. The next one that I will be getting will be 26s unless I can find you one at a different another dealer and transfer it in.
Okay.
Which is definitely a possibility. That basically just requires we get a non-refundable deposit from you,
Mhm.
saying that yep, this is okay. So if you say it's $22,999, obviously there's no freight or no DMV fees and stuff like that. Obviously because it's not registerable. And then obviously after your sales tax, you basically say okay, yep, I'm okay with that. You give us a non-refundable deposit, and then we bring the unit in from another dealer. And we get it here, we set it up, and then you obviously come and get it.
Okay. When you say it's non-registerable through the DMV, what does that mean?
So the machine weighs over 1,000 pounds. So these are not registerable vehicles in New York State. So the state does not recognize these as anything you can have on public, public roadways, public property. You essentially are limited to your own personal land, or there are some clubs around the area that are now getting these legal to drive on certain back roads, seasonal roads, and things like that.
Okay.
As of right now, Portland County does not have anything allowing you to ride these on anything other than your own personal property.
Okay.
So, you driving this down the, a side road is technically not legal and obviously punishable by whatever laws they want to take it to for.
Okay. So basically, you don't need a license plate.
No, you cannot get a license plate for them. We hand you the paperwork, and you put the paperwork in a lockbox. When you want to go to sell it, you use the title that we give you to transfer it to the next owner. But no, you are not going to get a license plate. Therefore, not legal to be on anything, like I said, other than personal property.
Okay, that's fantastic. That's great information. I feel like I always learn something new when when it comes to UTVs, ATVs, because I didn't know that. So thank you for that information. If you have something in stock, maybe I can give you my email and you can reach out to me and let me know, hey, we're going to transfer from here, or just to keep in contact. Would you like to take my email?
I will, but I will tell you that I'm not going to transfer any of them in unless they're physically sold.
Okay.
So, like I said, there's 20 defenders down here right now that you can come and look at, touch, feel, see, sit in. The cab models, like I said, are just gone in the 900s right now. I have a couple of the HD10 Limiteds. However, like I said, the 900 cabs, like I said, I won't bring one of those in just to put on the floor for stock unless somebody actually puts a deposit on it and purchases one.
Okay.
But like I said, you're more than welcome, depending on, you're, like, I have, like I said, probably 18 or 20 of them here, so you're more than welcome to come down at some point and, look at them. And then, then you can make a determination as to whether or not it's something that you want to go through with the purchase. And obviously, if that's the case, then we will put one on the locator, find it, and bring it in.
All right. Well, sounds good to me. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Not a problem.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So that was actually we learned something there. You don't need a license plate for just because he didn't have them in stock doesn't mean that you can't connect with somebody and learn something. But because he didn't have them in stock, he wanted me to come down to the facility, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to go all the way to Cortland, New York to transfer a Can-Am Defender and just, none of that's going to work for me. But I did learn that there's no DMV fees. A lot of the times there's a document fee for DMVs where you need a license plate or the vehicle needs to be inspected. In this case, like you heard him say, you don't need a license plate. There's no DMV fees because it weighs over 1,000 pounds, limited to your own personal land. It's legal to drive. So you don't need a license plate, which is really cool. I didn't know that. So that'll be a way for the government to save some funds. They won't have to pay a DMV doc fee. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, $10, $11 that you would add to the bid, which is helpful if you're not getting charged a DMV fee. So I really love that. And so we're going to track that actually as a no. That was the 7th call that we made, and that was just a straight up no. He actually doesn't have them in stock, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But once again, we learned something from the subcontractor, and we were able to move forward and not waste each other's time, but he was able to teach me something. So we're just going to keep going here. We're just going to keep moving. All right. I respect when someone is just honest with you. Hey, we don't have them in stock. This is how we would have to get them here. This is what we would have to do. I respect that someone would be that open and honest about, actually having something in stock. Excuse me. Let's see. I'm going for. All right. Call number 8. Oh, I don't know if this one is the best option. Ooh, I'm cooking in here. I thought it was going to be chilly. Ooh, wait. Oh my goodness, it's warm. Anyways, oh my goodness. Oh, I gotta be stopped. I gotta be stopped for real. I can't even be near a mirror because I'd be doing too much. Like, do you remember our Nutty Professor where he was like, I'm thin, and he was eating all them cheese? The very first Nutty Professor, he was sitting at the table and he had like 40 cheeseburgers and he was eating them and he's like, I am thin. I'm thin. I can't even go around the mirror. I gotta stop. I am so proud of my progress in the gym. I really am. I have to be honest because I came from pancake booty, flabby arms. Like I am just so proud of what I have accomplished. And the only thing I continue to do was show up. I didn't do nothing fancy. I don't have a personal trainer. I don't have, set workouts that I do when I go to the gym. One day I might do arms, another day I might do booty. But now I'm at the point where I'm having trouble resting. Like when it's a rest day, I am just ready to go to the gym. I'm having trouble resting when it's time for rest days. Like, the 24 hours that you take to let your body rest, relax, go to the massage chair, the sauna. In my mind, I'm like, I need to keep going. I can't have a rest day. But rest days are just as important as the physical workout days. And I'm learning how to remember that because I am so happy with the outcome that I've had in the last 5 months. And I don't do cardio. I walk on an incline, but a lot of what I do is weight training. And I'm really happy and proud of myself with the um, progress that I made. And a lot of times you guys will hear me talk about fitness and business go together because if you want to be able to make a sharp decision, you're going to have to move your body in some type of way. I think that the best therapy is to move your body, whether it's a walk in the morning with the sunshine or in the afternoon, or taking the kids out to play at the park, or playing catch with your kids, or going to the gym or a hot yoga Pilates class, which I want to do. So if any of you are into hot yoga, invite me in the New York area because I would love to do that. But I am so proud, and only my gym life people would understand when you walk past a mirror, you just can't help but like, oh my gosh, is that welcome to the gun show? Oh my God, I gotta stop. Okay, stop. I'm in public, Deborah. But the gym has really been like my best friend. It's like the second church. So if you want to be able to make a sharp decision, I can tell you right now that fitness and business, they go together. They are best friends. And another thing too, I've been sleeping fantastic. Since I've been going to the gym last 6 months, 7 months, I have a tracker where I consistently track. Like I'm so happy to go home and color a square. I have been sleeping fantastic. Like I wake up fully rejuvenated. Not every night, but 90% of the nights, I feel really good. All right, let's call this place. I don't want to get too off topic. All right, let's see what they can do for us or if they can help us. They're actually closer than I thought, which is a good thing. So let's see. And the email you hear me giving is the same email you can reach out to me at if you have questions or need answers. Or all right, let's go. Number 8. We're gonna do 10 calls. Then we're gonna.
Thank you for choosing Power Sports of Utica. For sales, dial 1. Service, 2.
Like I said, you always want to reach out to sales.
Forward it.
Sales Jake, may I help you today?
Hey, Jake, Deb Smith, how are you? Good. Is it okay if I record this call for training purposes? Alrighty. Looking for a Can-Am, Can-Am 2025, the HD9 unit.
Okay.
Do you have that in stock by any chance, the cab?
HD9 or HD10?
HD9.
One second.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Did I get your name?
My first name is Deborah. I'm having trouble hearing you as well. I kind of got my volume all the way up. I'm not sure. Do you have your mic on?
No, I'm on a phone right now.
Oh, okay.
Do you happen to have the stock number?
I don't have a stock number. No, I just wanted to call in and get some more information on it.
2025 Defender HD9 cab.
Yeah.
Defender Limited. Look at Yeah, we're not going to have that model.
Okay.
I mean,
Are you currently sold out right now?
So we have we must be for that model. So we have a regular HD9. We put a cab on it, but for how much? I mean, are you gonna want heat and AC and all that?
So the model that we're looking for, side-by-side vehicle, has to have heat. I guess the unit that is specified calls for heat, but there's some accessories that have to go on it as well. So if you're gonna add a cab, you would just price that separately, correct?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is for the price of how much it's gonna be to add all those accessories, you're better off with just going with, say, a limited that's gonna come with, winch, cab, heat, AC, full doors, windshield. You're better off just going with that option than getting like a HD9 and just adding all that on there. It's gonna be a lot of labor and parts. It's gonna cost more parts.
Yeah. So thank you definitely for that recommendation. I think I'll do that. And is there any specific colors that you have in stock for the HD10?
We have stuff for the navy blue, and then we have a camel one as well. I can check to see if we have any other colors coming in. I don't believe we do, but I think it's one shot.
That's okay. Navy blue and camel are okay. So there's a couple other accessories I'm wondering if are on there, like the Defender front bumper and CVT air intake pre-filter kit. Is that on there?
Front bumper, you said? So it has the front bumper. What was the second thing?
Defender front bumper and CVT air intake pre-filter kit.
I'm not seeing anything about filter yet. What is that?
So that's just an accessory. I was hoping to learn more information from you. So that's an accessory that we're looking to add on. And then the winch wiring harness kit, is that on there?
Yeah, so if it has a winch, it has to have the wiring harness.
Okay. And can I get a quote for the, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Apache track mount kit?
You want the tracks as well?
Yeah, the track mount kit and the XCLT track kit. This is accessories that have to be added on. So I'm looking, while you're going to give me a quote, I want to add that to the quote as well to make sure that it meets all specs. And I can send you an email. You want to give me your email? I can send you the additional specs. Maybe you can look deeper into them.
Yeah, if you want to send it to
Heather Delta Utica. Okay. Can you spell your last name for me one more time? Okay. Yes, sounds good. So can I'm gonna put the shipping address on there as well too, so you can add the freight. Is that okay?
You want delivery?
Yeah,
You want us to deliver it to you?
true. Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll get this over to you in the next couple minutes and then we can go from there. If you have any questions, you can call me or shoot me an email, whichever works best for you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Jacob. Have a good day.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so that was number 8. I'm just going to pull it to the side here. Oh, we got one quote. All right, let's look. Just following up, could you please send me the accessories that you would need and the address we need to deliver to? Oh, this is from Haley. So we spoke with Haley. Let me get her this first. You want to make sure that you're following up with your conversations because that is extremely important. You just want to make sure that you're doing that. Oh, what's going on? Oh, yeah. So I'm actually going to copy and paste what I have here so that she can quote me properly for all the things that I need on this quote. All right, why won't it let me copy? Okay, please just be patient with me for a second because I'm actually responding to some of the subcontractors who I talked to. So here are the additional specs that we need. So we'll copy and paste that. And then shipping address. She also wants to know that so that she can get me a freight charge. Oh no, she's actually not going to charge for freight, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh no, I don't want to copy the whole page. Okay, wait. All right, so we'll give her. Okay, why won't it let me? All right, let's write this down. All right, let's make sure that we get her that, and then I'm going to reach out to Jacob as well. I'm actually going to call the point of contact and ask him what color he is looking for. Specs didn't really call for a color, but sometimes you have to be innovative and you have to reach out and say, hey, were you looking for a specific color? All right, so that's Haley. And now I want to reach out to Jacob as well because we just had a really good conversation. I also don't want it to slip my mind. And if you're getting an email, you want to make sure that you are getting a proper email and reading it back as well. I'm really good at getting emails just because I've been a broker for so long. All right, so let's get Jacob in here. There's a couple things that he wanted from me. Let's get him all the information. Company name. He wanted my address. Well, I'll give him my company address. You also want to give them the shipping address because you don't want them to think that they're shipping it to your home because that's not good. And then shipping is all right. Here are the additional. All right, let me make sure. There we go. Let me know if you have any additional. I just want to say thanks for your help and, well, thanks for your time and your help. So I really hope you're getting a lot from this live because this is how you're going to operate listen to the conversations that I'm having. I'm going to make 2 more calls because I said I was going to make 10. So 9. We're going to make 2 more calls, but I'm hoping that you can hear the subcontractors clearly because this is something that you are going to have to do within your business because when it comes down to pricing, you need quotes from subcontractors. You need 3 to 5 of them so that you have an option. If you win a contract and a subcontractor backs out on you, you're going to have to use another subcontractor. And that is why I have you utilize 3 to 5. And you're going to hear that a lot in government contracting. You don't just want to get one quote. If that subcontractor backs out, because think about it, you put in the award, you have to wait 2 to maybe 2 weeks minimum, maybe 3 weeks. It could happen right away. You could be awarded right away. Um, you're also going to want to ask how long the quote lasts, and I'm going to ask that in the emails going forward. But you want to ask how long is that quote going to last? Because if I win this bid a month from now, is this quote still going to be good? That's something that you want to know. If I win it 2 weeks from now and the quote's only good for 7 days, am I going to have to get requoted? You should also be adding a margin. You have to add a margin for mistakes, whether it's 1,000, 2,000. Hey, if a subcontractor backs out and I need somebody else to do it, I'm going to have to add an additional dollar amount just for coverage. If one subcontractor gives me 19,000 on a quote and another one gives me 19.5, I have to have some wiggle room in case that subcontractor backs out on me. Now, you need to be doing your due diligence when you're looking at subs. Okay, when you're looking at subs, you want to make sure that they are compliant, they have good reviews, they deliver on time. If you're seeing a lot of bad reviews, I would not work with that sub just because when it's time to get to the government, they're expecting you to perform. And anything that happens with a government contract is on you. I don't care how many subs you have on a project. If something goes wrong, somebody shows up without the proper PPE, anything can go wrong on site. It is 100% on you. You have to take accountability for it. So the subcontractor that you're hiring needs to be efficient, smart, clear, understand the scope. It's a drug-free workplace. You can't smoke on site. You got to have PPE. You have to have a shirt on that has your you have to have a shirt on that has your company logo on it. Like you have to make sure that you're explaining all of that to them so that when they're showing up on site, they know what's going on. You want to work with a company that is a good company. Okay, you don't want the contracting officer to call you and say, hey, we just want to let you know one of your guys is on site smoking. We had to kick him off the premises. Or one of your girls doesn't have a badge. We can't let her in the building. You knew ahead of time that you needed a badge. We got all the badge work done. All the lanyards are supposed to be around your neck while you're on site. And you showed up to the facility without a lanyard or a tag to get access to the facility. When they see that, that falls on me. But if I do my due diligence ahead of time and I know that this is a good person to work with, I ask for references and I call those references like, hey, have you worked with A, B, and C company in the past? Because I want to know how that went. When they showed up on site, what kind of performers were they? Because you're not going to embarrass me. I'm not going to give you a government contract and you go and you show up to the facility, the space, the park, the site, whatever, and embarrass me. I'm going to make sure I do my due diligence because whatever the issue is, it falls on me. I have to take 1000% accountability for it. That's why I do my due diligence on subcontractors ahead of time. I look at reviews. When you see me looking at my phone, how many stars do they have? Things like that. So that's important as well. And there's a lot of good nuggets, a lot of good gems here. So make sure you're writing it down, okay? Because this is how you're going to execute. And, net 30 is very doable. I have won a contract on net 30 terms, and it can work out for you. It really can, okay? Whatever you're thinking, think bigger. All right. So we're going to do 2 more calls. and then I'm gonna hop off. So let's see if we can get 2 more quotes, because so far we have 3 quotes. Yeah, we have 3 quotes. So let's see if we can get 2 more, if not at least 1 more. Oh, did we do? Oh yeah, we did. No go. He was out of stock. So let's make sure we don't call him again. I'm just going through my notes here, making sure I don't call the same people over and over again. That's the um, good part about having notes. All right, let's see. We need 2 more people. All right, we need 2 more. Ooh, I'm not used to not having a phone on my, or a case on my phone. All right, we already talked to them. Maybe this one. Why is it taking so long to load? All right, here's their number. All right, number 9.
Formula One Motorsports sales.
Hi, this is Deborah Smith. How are you?
Hi, Deborah. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm wondering if I can record this call for training purposes.
What is it in reference to?
Looking for a Can-Am 2025.
Can-Am 2025.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I don't know. I have to ask my manager. I don't know if. No, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't just know whoever asked me that before.
Yeah, no, I just want to make that clear ahead of time, because I don't want to, record someone who's not giving me the authorization. It's just a respectful thing to do.
Yes. Well, I prefer not because I don't know
Okay, that's
what it's
okay.
being recorded for, to be honest. And I don't want to say the wrong thing and then get in trouble by my manager.
Yeah, no, we're just looking for some information here. I run a YouTube channel, and I'm in the contracting space, so sometimes I reach out to collaborate and connect, but I don't want someone to, be recorded if they're not given authorization. So that's what
I
it's for.
appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. You just gotta be honest. You know, you gotta be honest. You got to be honest. You definitely have to be honest. That's definitely okay. You're being recorded. You're on a YouTube channel. You want to be honest with people. Like, hey, are we going to be able to record you or no? Some people are going to say yes. Some people are going to say no, and that's okay. And either way, I'm okay with it. All right, so let's move forward. He was nice about it. But yeah, you got to respect people's time and respect people's privacy as well. All right, so we're going to do one more. I'm not sure what's going on behind me. They're playing some kind of game. It's like Kerplunk or something. do one more. All right, let's do this one. I want to look at the reviews. This company actually has 5 stars. I like that. My internet was just, or my data was just working fantastic. Now we're having some issues. Here we go. All right, LLC. This is a 5-star company right here. That's good. I like that. I'm just gonna look at some of these reviews really quick. Oh, they have some really good reviews. All right, let's do it. Last call of the day. We already got 3 quotes, so that's fantastic.
This call may be monitored and recorded.
All right, so this call is already monitored and recorded, so we're okay. Hi, Deb Smith. How are you? That's good. Is someone in sales available for me to talk to about something that's in stock, Can-Am Defender?
Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay, I can wait. Thanks. I've been trying to get my vitamins down this whole time. I should have just threw them all back at once.
Next adventure awaits. Welcome to Robert's.
Wayne.
Hey, Dwayne. Deb Smith. How are you?
Yeah, this is Wayne. Wayne. I'm sorry, Wayne.
Yeah. This is Deb.
Yeah, Deb.
Yeah. How are you? You having a day?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay. Wondered if you could help me with Can-Am Defender 2025.
Yeah, what you need?
So I'm looking for an MSRP and to grab a quote and just some maybe additional information. I have some accessories that have to be added as well. So looking to see first if it's in
so
stock.
Are we doing a trade-in or a trade show?
No, this is a buyout.
Just no trade, just a straight sale.
Yeah, just a purchase.
Okay, so what do we want for accessories? What color?
What colors? Do you know what colors you have in stock? I'm really not specific on a color.
I should have maroon, sand tan, and I should have blue.
Tan and blue. Okay.
Yeah, I can send you pictures to your cell phone if you want.
Yeah, that would be fine. Is this your cell or landline?
No. I'll get to my cell. Hang on.
Okay.
And then I just don't need. So what I'm gonna do? Why I'm doing that? I'm not gonna pass. I'm not passing the buck. I'm just gonna have Gavin get you over a quote. Okay.
Okay.
But we just need to know what accessories you want on it.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead. Give me your cell when you're ready. Uh-huh. Okay.
I'll get yours and I'll send you pictures, and then I'll just put you on a quick hold, and I'll have Pam pick you up, and then you can tell you about what you want for accessories, and we'll get you a price.
All right, sounds good. 518. And the last 4 digits was 9659, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's correctly mine. 572-964. 518-572-9659.
Okay, sounds good. 716. That's my area code. 526-5262. Oh, hello?
Can you look at that?
I'm sorry, I lost you for a second. That was my fault. Oh my goodness, I answered another call. So, all right, I got to get back on with Wayne really quick. Someone was calling
This call may
back.
be monitored and recorded.
Robert Schwartz Malone, this is Gavin.
Hey, Gavin, is Wayne in?
Yep, he's answering his phone number right now. I'm going to get you this.
Yeah, I was just on the line with him. I made a mistake, answered another call, and then I lost him.
Oh, that's all right. He just asked me to get you the system.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was asking for my cell number. It's 716 526 5262.
Yeah, he's got it.
Okay, he's got it. All right, that's good. Do you need anything else from me?
Yes. So Deborah, what's your last name?
Smith. It's simple spelling too. It's Debra.
Debra.
Yep, Debra.
Do you have an email address?
Yeah, it's ddlogistics@gmail.com. So D like David, E like Echo, D like David, E like Echo, logistics with an S @gmail.com.
Okay, and what's a good address for you?
You can use my company address, which is 30 Germain, GER, M as in Michael, AIN as in Nancy, Buffalo, New York, 14207.
Okay, and what machine are you looking at?
Can-Am Defender 2025 HD9 cab.
Okay, so you mean a Defender Limited?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. What were you looking for accessories?
I'm gonna have to. You're gonna send me some pictures, correct, via email?
I think Wayne sent them to your cell phone.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna respond with the accessories because there's a couple here. There's like a winch kit, track kit. I'm gonna add them to the text message.
Okay.
Sound good?
All right. Yep, we'll be looking for them.
All righty. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. All right. He sent the photos to my cell, which is good. All right. We're going to do a bonus one because I had someone that was calling me back from another. All right. So that was 4 quotes. We might actually be able to get 5. I don't mind hanging out with you guys during the day. All right, who was calling me? Okay, this was another sub. Let's see who this was.
Thank you for calling for the sale. Our normal store hours are Tuesdays and Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We are closed on Monday. For sales, press 1. For service, press 2. For parts, press
Hi, I just received a call back from this number. I was looking at a Can-Am 2025
Okay, Can-Am what?
HD9 cab.
HD9 cab, okay.
Yeah. What's the name of this company? I'm sorry.
This is business sales.
Okay, yeah, he did tell me you were going to call me back. Is this Greg?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
You said you're looking for the cab model, right?
Correct, 2025.
So it looks like we only have, no, this does not look like we have
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between the limited and the cab model?
So the DBS9, what that is, that's basically a base model with a power steering and a cab. So it'll have heat, it has no AC in it, very bare bones seats, bare tires and rims, no fender bumpers, and then the limited is going to have, that's on the bigger chassis, on the HD10 chassis.
Hmm.
So it's bigger motor, more power, little pumping wider. And that's going to have heat, AC, wiper, washer, got your bumpers, winch, and nicer tires and rims. Got way nicer truck seats in them.
Okay. So is the HD9 similar to the limited? Because there's some accessories that I have to add. Um, and I'm going to shoot those over to you via email. Wondering if I can grab your email really quick. So the limited is pretty similar to the HD9, you would say?
No. So the fender limit is on the HD10 chassis.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to have the dual overhead cam motor instead of a single overhead cam. And it's about 2 inches wider than the 9.
Okay. 2 inches wider. Do you know what colors you have in stock?
For the limited?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I can tell you. 2-door or 4-door?
4-door.
It looks like we have a desert here. So it's like the tan and black.
Hmm.
And then it looks like we have the dusty navy, which is like that darker matte.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me about some financing options that you have? Do you have any that are available?
So right now for PRP, like PRP, they only have you can do 3.99 for 36, 5.99 for 60, or 6.99 for 72, or 7.99 for 84.
Okay. Do you have any net 30 options that are available through a line of credit?
I'm sorry, any what options?
Net 30?
I am not familiar with that.
Okay. Net 30 is basically through a line of credit. You purchase through a PO, like a municipality, and then from there, what you do is you deliver and then get paid 30 days later. That helps our company build up the line of credit.
Yeah, no, we don't do anything like that because like all of our financing are through banks.
Okay.
So we use like there's 5 or 6 different banks that we use. We don't actually like businesses finance themselves.
Mhm.
It's through a bank.
Okay. All right. So no net 30 is available,
Correct. Yeah.
even with a PO. All right. I just want to put that in my notes. Okay. Yeah. So usually we utilize net 30 terms. I was going to grab a quote, but maybe I'll just move forward, look at some different options. But I do want to say thank you for reaching out and returning my call, and thanks for all your help.
Yeah, absolutely. No, not a problem.
All right.
Have a great day.
You too, Greg. Thanks. All right. So that was 10 calls of a subcontractor. Okay. That is what usually I'm doing on a daily basis. That is the middleman strategy. That is me bidding as the middleman strategy. That is what you just seen. 100%. Okay. That is me connecting, collaborating with subcontractors, finding a price, getting the price, adding a margin, submitting it to the government for the win. It's not always a win. We do not take L's, we just learn. Okay, that is very, very important to know. What you just watched was me utilizing the middleman strategy, net 30 strategy. That was live and in action. There was a lot of good nuggets in there. So please take notes, listen to the questions that I'm asking and the responses that I'm getting. Um, that was a very good way for you to learn how to, be in a sales like atmosphere. And if you notice, the entire time I was myself. I asked questions that were smart. I was myself. I was professional. I even asked people if it was okay for me to record them. That is huge and very impactful. Okay, so please keep all of that in mind. If you like what you heard today and you're watching the replay, in the comments, hashtag replay. Comment hashtag replay so I know that you're watching on the replay. Comment what you learned. Comment any questions that you have. I am very active on YouTube. I will respond. Please utilize in my description, open my description and look at the 5-step government contracting list. If you have an LLC, that is how you will start bidding. If you're wondering how you can start government contracting, you can also use that 5-step checklist. It is 100% free. Okay, it was beautiful. It was a blessing to spend the afternoon with you to let you in on what really goes on behind the scenes. I'm a freight broker. Logistically, I am in the government contracting space, so I'm a little bit of both, but that is what I do during the day. Okay, I reach out to subcontractors who can help me connect, collaborate, so that we can put our heads together. And if you notice, look at how much the subcontractors taught me in 2 hours. They taught me so much about the Can-Am Defender, and that's what I love about building relationships. They are going to help you. Now, if it was something different, I would have learned so much more. I can't even tell you how much I learned about containers because, yes, I ship freight, but it's on the ground. It's food specialized. I don't ship containers. So when I was collaborating with container companies, what was happening was they were helping me to learn about containers. Please subscribe, like, and follow for more nuggets, inspiration, education. I'm so happy I got to spend the afternoon with you. I'm going to end it by saying this. Whatever you're thinking, think bigger. I love you, and we'll talk soon. Bye.